Hey everyone! Welcome back to the MA English Cafe. Today, Ben and I are diving deep. We're talking about something we all crave, but often feel guilty about. Rest is not laziness. How to give yourself a vacation without guilt. Ben, be honest. How many times have you pushed yourself way past your limit? Chasing that just one more thing feeling only to totally run out of steam later.
Jenny, if I had a single coin for every time I've done that, I'd probably be lounging on a private island somewhere, zero guilt. But seriously, it's a real struggle, isn't it? This relentless drumbeat of productivity, this constant nagging feeling that if we're not always doing something, we're somehow failing. Society has this strange way of making us feel bad for just being, for simply existing, for daring to relax. It's like we're stuck on this treadmill, running.
And what's the end result of all that nonstop running? Not more output, right? Usually it's the opposite. You hit a wall hard. It's burnout. It's pure, utter exhaustion. Honestly, it often ends in just being completely grumpy. Your focus, gone. You start making silly, avoidable mistakes. Suddenly, that extra hour you forced yourself through, totally wasted. Your brain simply checked out. It's wild, isn't it? We actively work against our own efficiency. We ignore the very thing that helps us recharge.
It's absolutely baffling. I've been down that road with English learning. My strategy used to be marathon cramming sessions, hours and hours. My logic was more time equals faster mastery. But after a certain point, the words became blurry. My English comprehension completely vanished. My brain was definitely sending up smoke signals. We aren't robots, we're human beings. We naturally get tired, we get bored, we need breaks. Yet we heap all this guilt on ourselves for it. Why is rest seen as such a weakness? Especially now, with constant online connection and endless competition.
It really stems from this deep-seated myth, the idea that consistent grind leads to consistent progress, that working harder, not smarter, is the ultimate key. But that's a direct route to self-destruction. The importance of self-care isn't some optional luxury. It's non-negotiable. It's a core requirement for sustained performance, for genuine well-being. Think about your car. You can floor the accelerator for a while, right? But eventually, you have to refuel. You have to let the engine cool down. You need maintenance. Our bodies and our minds are no different. They desperately need their pit stops.
That's such a perfect analogy, Jenny. And those pit stops, they're not just about physical rest. It's multi-layered. It's mental rest. It's emotional rest, even creative rest. Sometimes the absolute best way to solve a tricky problem isn't to force yourself to stare at it longer. It's to step away, to let your subconscious churn things over, to come back with a completely fresh perspective. That amazing aha moment, it often hits you when you're not actively trying.
Exactly. Your brain is busy behind the scenes, defragmenting, reorganizing, and this is vital. It's not about being lazy. In fact, truly effective rest can be incredibly productive. It unlocks creativity. It improves problem solving. It leads to far better decision making. So, for anyone listening right now, if you feel that relentless guilt creeping in when you try to relax, we are here to give you full, enthusiastic permission to unplug. We're here to offer moral support for the viewer, to remind you rest is not laziness. If you're not in your head, maybe even secretly wishing you were already resting, please go ahead and like this video. Every single like helps us spread this incredibly crucial message to more English learners around the world.
So how do we actually do this, Jenny? How do we give ourselves a vacation without guilt, even if it's just a mini vacation in our day? Because the guilt is real. The mental voice saying you should be working is loud.
It really is. One practical step is to reframe rest. Instead of seeing it as unproductive time, view it as essential maintenance. Think of it as an investment in your future productivity, creativity, and well-being. You're not losing time, you're gaining capacity. When you take a break, you're not being lazy, you're being smart. You're optimizing your performance for the long run.
That's a good mental shift. It's about recognizing that rest actually improves your productivity. It's not either or. Another tip is to schedule your rest. Just like you schedule meetings or work tasks, block out time for breaks, relaxation, or even just daydreaming. When it's on your calendar, it feels legitimate and less like you're slacking off.
Yes! Treat your rest time with the same respect as your work time. Even if it's just a 15-minute walk outside or a half hour to read a non-work related book, put it in your schedule. For our English practice goals, you can schedule fun English rest. Maybe 10 minutes of watching an engaging English podcast for pleasure, not study, or listening to a song. It still builds your English comprehension, but feels like a break.
That's clever, integrating English learning into rest. My next point is to disconnect effectively. This is a big one in the age of productivity. It's not enough to just stop working if you're still scrolling through work emails or thinking about deadlines. Physically step away from your workspace, turn off notifications, and allow your mind to truly disengage. This might mean leaving your phone in another room for a set period.
That's tough for many of us, but so vital. The constant pressure from notifications just fuels that feeling of needing to be on all the time. Another powerful strategy is to practice mindfulness or simple breathing exercises. Even 5 minutes of focusing on your breath can pull you out of stress mode, ground you, and make you realize you don't need to be constantly doing. It's a micro vacation for your mind.
Mindfulness is incredibly powerful. It brings you into the present, away from the future worries or past regrets. And for anyone struggling with overwork and constant pressure, remember that people are human and it's natural to get tired and bored. It's not a weakness. It's a sign that you're pushing your limits and need to recalibrate. Give yourself that grace. We're here to give you motivation and encouragement to prioritize your well-being. If you're finding these practical English tips helpful for your self-care and boost fluency, make sure to subscribe to the MA English channel. Your subscription helps us bring more insightful discussions to you.
Yes, subscribe. It really helps us empower more English learners to live healthier, happier lives. So, Ben, what about the idea of active rest? It's not always about doing nothing, is it?
That's a fantastic distinction, Jenny. Active rest is incredibly effective. It means engaging in an activity that's different from your primary work, but still feels deeply restorative. For example, if your main work is mentally demanding, let's say you're studying for an academic English exam all day, your active rests might be something physical, a brisk walk, gardening, maybe playing a sport. If your work is very physical, perhaps your active rest is reading a fascinating book or listening to a captivating podcast in English. The core idea? It engages different parts of your brain and body. This gives the tired parts a much-needed break, a true reset.
Exactly. It's a strategic change of pace. It genuinely revitalizes you. And this leads to another absolutely crucial point. Understanding your own unique rest needs. We are all wired differently. Some people genuinely recharge by socializing and connecting with others. Others absolutely crave solitude for true replenishment. Some need intense physical activity to de-stress. Others prefer quiet meditation or gentle hobbies. There is no universal one-size-fits-all solution for rest. Experiment. Play around with different activities. Find what truly, genuinely replenishes you. That's key.
Self-awareness is key there. And don't wait until you're completely burnt out to take a break. Think of rest as preventative medicine, not just a cure. Small, regular breaks throughout your day are often more effective than pushing for weeks and then needing a massive recovery period. Those micro habits of rest can truly change everything.
Absolutely. A 5-minute stretch, a quick walk around the block, a moment to look out the window. These are tiny acts of self-care that accumulate. They prevent the feeling of neglecting rest. And remember, the importance of rest and how it's worth it cannot be overstated. It leads to better focus, improved memory, more creativity, and quite simply, a happier you. It impacts everything from your English comprehension to your overall English fluency.
It truly does. When you're well rested, your brain is sharper for English conversation. Your English vocabulary acquisition is faster, and you're less likely to make common English mistakes. It's a direct link to improved English skills. Don't see rest as stealing time from your English learning. See it as supercharging it.
That's a powerful way to look at it. So for anyone listening, embrace that break. Whether it's a deep breath, a short walk around the block, or a weekend getaway, give yourself permission to rest. You deserve it, and your productivity and happiness will thank you.
Well said, Jenny. This has been an important discussion. Thank you all for joining us today at the MA English Cafe.
Yes, thank you, friends. And tell us in the comments, what's one small way you give yourself a break or practice self-care without guilt? Share your rest secrets below.